This fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Good counter punching. Couldn't land that jab. Punch, counter punch. It's all offense all the time. Counter punches have to hurt. There's not a seat to be had in this arena, Johnny. It's got that big fight feel, doesn't it?
You just see the nerves on the fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
That uppercut doesn't land. That counter shot lands. A perfect counter shot. This is the kind of fight you expect from two world-class elite middleweights. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Shawn Porter in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards, going to need a knockout.
Every second, every minute.
What do we expect to see here in round two? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Get out of the way of that right hook. He threw a punch and just got countered. The straight right just misses. Shoot. Nice counter. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, every twitch.
Missing with the hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Porter is on wobbly legs. Let's talk about Shawn Porter in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right.
There's the bell to start round three. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
Looking to land the hook. Has Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him. I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice stop, but that won't score. The jab doesn't quite connect. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've gone in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Sean Porter in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't...
Back at it in round 4. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Threw the uppercut but did not score. Thrown, but it doesn't connect. Beautiful counter shot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Jab doesn't score. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. How about that time counter shot? Nope, that hook won't score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Sean Porter in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, makes look so easy.
Pick a side. Will you live? Will you die? Will you quit? Will you try? Sweating eyes. Who am I? Champion till I die. Every morning, every night. Boy, I gotta look alive. Now you can hear the crowd going wow. Yeah, you know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. Pick a side. Only two options, be with the winner us or the other guys. Yeah, ain't no time, we already on the way. Better get themselves in line. Thought I told you we don't play. The team going nuts, the score going up, morale going down, the fans packing up. Now all the kids got a new hero. They ain't never seen so many zeros. And that's when the crowd starts to shout. Yeah, you know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down.
Take him out.
What you doing? You switched off completely. I need you to get back out there.
Sure, you follow through. Don't let him coast through this round or he'll ride it out.
Get that jab back. Just box him, be smart, get your shots off and don't
Keep doing what you're doing, the gaps will appear. Just keep them on the other end of that jab and you're getting your time in already. That right hand's beautiful, that's it. Just start working a few body shots in there. Very
Got everything in the bag, now you've let him back into it.
You were smart, you weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power shots. Good work.
Be smart when you go out there. Just take the round off, win the round on your jab.
That and do what you gotta do. Good work.
Switch on. You've been coasting this fight. Now you're
Time winding down as we get set to jump back in the action.
Good man. You say focus? Go.
Away. Go out in the first minute, stick him on the end of that jab, and then just start carrying.
On to the fifth we go. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
That hook doesn't score. Straight right just misses. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the flyweight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
There goes Sean Porter. We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin standing up to that shot.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
Talk about Sean Porter in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
Can make or break a fighter.
Ride back on the job and then get back out there.
Great work, great work. I love that. I love that. The jab's slick.
In this round. Mind back.
There's the bell to start round 6. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Nice counter shot. Missing with that right hook. That jab doesn't find a home. careful they don't punch themselves out here. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Good counter punch. Jab slightly off target. Nice slip to avoid the jab. And Porter goes down. Wow, let's take another look at that.
You're right, Todd. What a shot. One, two, three, four, five, six. Come to me.
Let's talk about Sean Porter in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be. We just saw.
Love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
You feel good? Just keep him on the edge.
Come on, switch on, get your boxing back together, and get back out there.
Sit. Start sticking in a few body shots in there. Bury it up a little bit so we can't
Back together. Listen, be smart when you go out there. Just take the round off and win the round on your jab. And breathe when you're stepping about, all right? Good. Get your mind back on the job.
Of the defense on the end and what you do. Good work.
Good fight. And you're much better than that guy. You're much better. He's not even in
The gaps will appear. Good work out there. The jab's working nice.
his place.
For I am the truth. I am the light that lighteth every man and...
You done all that work in camp. You got
Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Great round.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather right back into the action.
Beautiful. That's it. Start sticking in a few body shots.
And there's the bell for round 7. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Now this is about this.
A big, heavy blow, and Saul is down! What a knockout headshot. Let's...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move on right.
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Got his gloves up to block the left jab. His stamina is off the charts. Swing and a miss with that jab. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. about Alvarez in that last round? Let's see how the game plan...
Same again. Don't change too much.
And we enter the 8th round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're in with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Well done with that counter shot. And he just missed with that left jab. Caught him clean. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Stamina is off the charts. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, it's go back to the drawing board time, a unanimous decision victory.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan. What a result.